Family Karate, and I am KP Johnson. Today I am going to show you how we can effectively use our the hip power in order to punch or kick or block or strike. So, when I say hip movement, the karate styles, various practitioners, they also do the hip movement. But there can be also the beginners, especially the beginners, there may be slight problem for them. So this video is actually in order to help the children who are just starting to do karate, as well as people who do not know how to use the hip movement effectively. Now, how to do the hip movement? First, let me show you the bad hip movement. For example, I am standing in Heikodachi, parallel stance, and I am doing the punch. So, let me see the Chudansuki. Now, you can see the hip movement is punching like this. This is wrong hip movement. This is wrong hip movement. Let me do to the sides now. You can watch the same way. The wrong one I am showing now. The mistake. This is wrong hip movement. Now the correct hip movement, the actual hip movement what karate practitioners are practicing or doing is this. Watch the movement. See, for example, I am keeping my left hand in the front. I am in Heikodachi Kamate parallel stance. I am using the hip movement. Watch. Now, how to perform that? You watch again closely. I am doing to the sides. You can watch. Now, do you see the difference between the first and the second? Now, the second, how to do the second, that's the actual one. How to do, I am showing now. See, my left hand is in punch, I am standing in parallel stance, Heikodachi, my hand is there, middle punch, okay, into the solar plexus area. So now, I am going to use slowly, you watch my hip movement. Watch again the now, left hand. Again, right hand. If you notice, what is happening is, for example, when this hand is coming for the punch, my hip is moving forward slightly. So as the hand is leaving the body, my hip is coming backward again into position. So watch again, as my hand is coming front, my hip is moving forward. Then the hip is coming backward. In order to perform that better, you need to have slightly bending the knee. You have to have a slight bend of the knee. So you have to just bending it slightly, slow down. You cannot stand straight when you do the hip movement. So make sure that when you are practicing it, practice first slowly. Again, I'll show you. Watch. Now, how to do fast. Now, one more thing you should concentrate is that when you are punching, while punching, don't tight it. Don't hold it very tight because the hip movement will not come proper. So you have to keep your hand as soft as possible. Don't tight it nowhere, especially the shoulders. Shoulders should be always relaxing. So you can see the shoulders relax. As the hand is coming, I am not even tightening it any part of my hand. So as it is coming, the hip is going back. As the hip is going back, that's the time you started making a fist, making a tight fist. So watch again. So that is almost 3 to 5 inches. Between that, your hand will become tight and the punch becomes strong. Okay. Now, what I did was in stationary stance. Now I am going to do the same thing also into movement. Okay. For example, before that we do in Shikodachi. Shikodachi you already know. Shikodachi means what? You have to have 2 shoulder distance wide stance. And how much we have to go down? You already know it. So you have to go down till you are able to touch the tip of your fingers on your knee. And your body weight should be centered properly. And you do the same movement. So I am going to use my hip movement now. Watch. The hip is coming front and I am punching. Hip is coming front and it is going back. If you notice, when the hand is coming, hip is moving backward. When the hand is coming, hip is moving. So it's a movement is like this. This is the movement of the hip. So watch again. The hip is coming. Now when I do that, you can also notice my knee is slightly making the slight movement. That is allowed. So watch again. Now, when you sit in Shikodachi, be careful I'll come up with a different video about the stances. All the stances I'll be, connective stances, all the different stances I'll be coming up with a different video. But for this stance in Shikodachi, you have to be very careful about your body balancing, about where you focus the body weight. For example, is it in the front or in the back? Remember always, effective punch or let's say hip movement will be more effective if your body weight is on the heel, not on your ball of the foot. So remember, the body weight is, your body is giving little leaning backward. So my hand is there, so my body weight is on my heel, not on my toe. Many of the students, the mistake is that the students, in order to punch stronger, they punch moving forward, which is bad. Don't do that. So make sure that the body weight is to the back, and remember in Shikodachi, the hand movement. So, okay, this is the Shikodachi movement. Now, let me tell you the same thing. You can do the same hip movement when you are doing moving forward or moving backward. Let me show you this Shisendarachi movement. That is walking stance, normal walking stance. Remember, in walking stance also, your body weight should be equally distributed on both the feet. But in walking stance, the problem is that as you attack, if you focus exactly on the center of your body, that is, if you are distributing both the both the legs equal weight, then the punch will not be perfected. So what you should do is, as you are punching, your body weight will go slightly toward to the front foot. The body weight is slightly forward, meaning the weight will be more on the front foot. But otherwise, when you are not punching, when you are not in action, your movement is always, the body balance is in the center, body weight is in the center. So I will do the Shisendarachi, walking stance. You can watch how the hip movement will be. I'll do first slow. Watch. First I put my right leg, I'm moving my hip and I'm punching. See, watch again. I put my left leg and I'm moving. Watch again. Now, if you notice, moving stance, when you are using your hip, there is a little issue with your back foot. What you should do is, watch again. You can see my foot, I hope. So you can see. So watch my back foot. I'm moving my back foot. See, the hip is coming. Watch again. What is happening? The back foot is turning. The heel of the back foot is turning toward the other foot. Okay, it's turning. So in order to tighten our lower groin areas, again watch the movement in Shisendarachi. I'll be doing it. So left leg front, my left hand is in the front, Chudansuki. So I am moving front, my hip is coming. So if you notice also, I am slightly bending my knee. In every movement of, especially moving forward and backward, you should know that your movement will be perfected or your punch will be more effective if you slightly bend your knee, and your hip movement will be more faster also. But if you tight your knee, the hip movement will not come so good and you may get injury also. Again, watch. So my left leg is in the front, I am moving front. So watch my hip as well as my back foot. See, I am using my hip as well as my back foot. Again watch. Okay, so that is Shisendarachi. Now what if it is in Nekko Ashidachi? Nekko Ashidachi, you know that in many of the styles, the leg, when you stand in Nekko Ashidachi, the body weight is in the back leg, while the front leg will not have much weight, maybe 20% of body weight only. And what they do is, they raise the heel up. So here in Matsubi Ashiryu, we don't raise the heel up. Instead, the heel will be fully on the, flat on the ground. And the body weight is equally distributed on both the feet. So remember, body is balanced in the center. So this is what the Nekko Ashidachi of Matsubi Ashiryu. Now what you should also notice that when you are striking, the movement of the striking, or whether it is a block also, your slightly moving forward in order to give maximum weight to the front leg is happening. But again, it will reverse back and it will come in the balancing position, sharing equally the body weight on both foot. So I am going to show you now the Nekko Ashidachi movement, how you do the hip movement. Let me say Shuto, okay. So let me see, I am standing in Nekko Ashidachi. Okay. So Shuto, my left leg is in the front, body balance, and my equal body weight is in the both the feet. So you can watch moving here, my hip is moving front and shoot okay. Same way, my leg is moving, my hip is moving backward. Again watch. Now I am going to do the same thing continuous. So watch, my left leg is in the front. So you can watch. Ready? Ichi, ni, san. If you notice, even with the movement of the hip, it comes back. So watch again. Hip is moving front, is coming back. Hip is moving front, is coming back. This is in Nekoshadashi. Now, what will you do if it is a Gyakusuki, reverse hand punch? I am going to show that. Reverse hand punch means what? What is reverse hand punch? If your left leg is in the front, right hand you have to punch. If your right leg is in the front, you have to punch with your left hand. So I am going to show the same thing, Gyakusuki, reverse hand punch. And keep watching my foot, also my footwork. Back leg, okay, and as well as my hip. Now if you notice, this gives so much power. You can watch again. So Gyakusuki, body balance equally. Ready? First movement. Now I myself feel that there is a lot of change or a lot of difference in doing a normal punch as well as with a, when you are using the hip. So both has its own, difference. So some styles they don't use much of the hip, but Matsubiyashi Ryu Karate, they are exponents of what we call the hip movement and generating power, so much power from the hip movement. As you all know, if you are practicing a sports karate, you know the maximum age you can practice is 35, maximum 40, that also doubt. Many of the people will be stopping the sports karate by 30 or 35 years of age. After that, they will be just quitting karate. But if you practice traditional karate, that is the actual hip movement, you will be able to do in a good speed and good power. You will be able to generate from your hip movement. Okay guys, so this is what I need to show you about the hip movement. And if you are first time watching my video, please subscribe to this channel. It's a great encouragement for us. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please like. And if you have friends who are interested to watch our video, please share our video to your friends. Thank you for watching our channel, Shorinryu Family Karate. Thank you so much guys.